Hello YouTube people, today I wanna do a little video about this BMW 5 Series that I have been driving for 2 months right now. So I just wanna make a little video showing you this car and telling my opinion about things I like and I don't like. You know what, let's quickly walk around this car, let me show you how it looks like. It's just very noisy and I feel very awkward with camera mounted to my head, but yeah, nothing unusual. You have seen millions of these cars on the road. I hope you can hear me because traffic is rather loud. So this is 530D rear wheel drive manual. Oh yes, manual gearbox. This engine has 500 Newton meters, 173 kilowatts, 6-speed manual gearbox, and this is facelift model. This is 2008. Let's start it up and let's go for a little ride. This car doesn't have anything fancy, just panoramic sunroof, which I never use basically. Also climate control is very simple, but I actually like it because it's just just twist the knob and you get the temperature you want. Some cup holders. Just one thing before driving, I know many people hate BMW turn signals because they behave like a button. If you just press it lightly without clicking, it clicks 3 times, and this is very enjoyable. I like this feature a lot, I use it a lot, but once you click it hard like that, then it stays on. The stupid thing is how to turn it off. You actually have to click it to the same side once again, and that just tricks people. But once you get used to this turn signal, it's very easy to use, very nice thing. Anyway, let's go for a ride. I'm not gonna be driving like crazy or anything. This is just simple cruise ride. Not gonna be doing anything stupid. So, manual gearbox, first of all. Oh yes. Manual gearbox and 500 Newton meters. It makes everyone happy, I believe. This is so much fun. So initially I a little bit regret that I bought this car with manual gearbox because it was a little bit difficult to get used to it. It is my first diesel, and driving a diesel with clutch is a little bit annoying sometimes, especially when it has so many Newton meters, so it could be a little bit jerky, and it feels like the turbo spools up on this car at around 1,500 revs. And if you drive just casually, slowly in a city, you usually drive between 1,000 and 2,000 revs, right? So you constantly drive in the range where turbo spools up and it just doesn't work, And the thing with this car, that the power delivery is very unlinear. It's at 1,500 it just jumps up the power, and if you drive constantly in that range where turbo is off, turbo is on, and throttle pedal becomes a little bit difficult to use. It's like you can never judge how much power you're gonna get from single press of a throttle pedal, because there is huge jump in power in this particular range. So you either have to get used to that very well, or either you drive this car like a truck, like a commercial van, diesel commercial van. If you drive it slowly, that's basically how it feels like. It's a little bit sluggish, it doesn't wanna go, if you drive it on low revs. But if you drive it on higher revs, push it a little bit. This engine likes to be pushed a little bit. Then it shifts gears nicely, then clutch release feels very good, and then becomes different kind of car. That's why this car is a little bit provoking to drive a little bit more aggressively, because everything just works a little bit better if you push it a little bit more into the revs. And this 6-cylinder diesel engine from BMW is actually very good. It likes to rev, it doesn't hesitate, it doesn't sound like I'm braking it. It's very enjoyable thing to drive with a manual gearbox if you try to have some fun, and yeah, that's the whole point. And this car has M Sport suspension, and as you might probably have already noticed, area where I live in has a little bit bumpy roads. So I kind of, you know, do regret a little bit buying a car with sport suspension, especially next road we're gonna be driving on right now. It's gonna be rather bumpy, but it looks so good. It looks so good low to the ground. It looks very sporty, and if you drive this car outside of the city on a little bit higher speeds, it's so stable. This car feels so stable. It's not scary to drive this car fast whatsoever. But on bumpy roads like this, I have to be constantly, you know, driving like a slalom between potholes. And I can't even rest my head on the headrest because I just keep constantly, you know, bouncing on the headrest through these bumps. And initially when I bought this car, it came with run flat tires, and those tires are very harsh. So M Sport suspension and run flat tires, it's a horrible combination in my opinion. It's just bad. So I changed tires to normal ones, not run flat tires, and now it's a lot better. Actually, it's a lot better. And okay, one thing that I really like about this car very much is how good of a sound isolation it has. Like right now I'm in the middle of a traffic and you can barely hear other cars, and like this is the quietest car I ever had. Even this diesel engine with 6-cylinder diesel engine, it's so smooth. It doesn't sound like a diesel almost. It's not rattly whatsoever. It's just, it sounds like a bigger engine. It just sounds like a bigger engine. It doesn't sound too much like a, you know, rattly diesel. So yeah, a little bit twisty road, and this car just comes alive. It's a big car. When you think about it, it's a big car. But nice thing about it, driving it, it doesn't feel like it's big. It doesn't feel like it's a big car. Oh my god, this car is so fun. It's so fun. Manual gearbox is just, oh my god, I'm so happy I haven't bought a car with automatic gearbox. And it's so easy to downshift with rev matching because throttle pedal is coming up from the ground. So it's very easy to hit the throttle with your ankle. No, ankle, yes. That part of the body is called ankle or not? Ankle, yeah. Like right now, into third gear, rev matching, seamless. It's just so nice. Yeah, we are driving over highway. If I'm trying to push this car a little bit, this M Sport suspension is okay. It feels fine. It gives confidence that it's gonna stay on the road, and you can feel better what's going on. You can feel what's happening through the steering wheel better. But if you just wanna relax and cruise, it gets annoying rather quickly, I must say. It gets annoying. All kinds of speed bumps, they feel larger. Anyway, you know, strange thing is, you take a car like this, okay, BMW 5 Series, which, you know, it looks like this car should be built for comfort, has great sound isolation, has very comfortable seats, and it's very practical, it's big, you know, it's like it's not supposed to be sporty. It's too big of a car to be sporty. But now you take that car and put it on M Sport suspension, put manual gearbox. It's like, no, it's like you're gonna ruin the car. What are you doing? Putting sports suspension on such a huge family vehicle and manual gearbox. But somehow it just works. It's fun. It's, you know, if you have only one car, there is always gonna be a little bit of compromise somewhere. So if you wanna have a sporty car and family car, this car, well, it can't do both perfectly. It's not a perfect sports car because it's still a heavy car, and it's still not a perfect family car because with M Sport suspension it is not that comfortable after all. So it's neither very good family car, neither very good sports car. But you know, if you can have only one car, you know, some corners have to be cut somewhere and you have to find a compromise, and this car just makes a very reasonable compromise in my opinion. And one thing I noticed once I drove a car like this with automatic gearbox is that I exit the corner, okay, I wanna push hard on the throttle, and not only I have to wait for the turbos to spool up, which takes quite a while in this car, but I also have to wait till the gearbox decides to downshift, you know. So but wow, like this right now, I exited the corner on second gear, hard on the throttle, and that's it. I fly, no delay whatsoever, because turbo is already spooled up, I'm already in correct gear, just hard on throttle, and you fly. And where are you going? Are you stupid? What the hell? Yeah, some people are just okay. Never mind. Have you noticed one thing? Throughout my whole ride, not a single honk. Nobody honks, nobody uses horn, unless there is completely, you know, emergency situation where it's, I don't know, but it's very quiet. People are very polite. Like in this situation, person was jaywalking the street, okay, wasn't even looking at me for some reason. No, nobody uses horn. You just, instead of using horn, you use brake pedal. We are very civilized in this matter. Where we are not civilized, however, is sitting behind bumper, sitting behind rear bumper. I hate people who sit behind my rear bumper like 1 meter. Sir, where are you going? Okay, and you are turning left. Okay. Okay, let's accelerate a little bit. Oh my god. Manual gearbox with this car is the thing. It's fun. Like, okay, downshift into second, enter the corner, turbo is already spooled up, and I struggle for traction. It's like, you can't do this with automatic gearbox. Okay, let's go here. Man, I'm giggling like a little girl driving this car sometimes. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm not even trying hard, you know, second gear, all the way on the throttle, and rear comes loose. So I don't know, I hope I have gave you the sense of this car, that it feels very sporty. It provokes to drive a little bit aggressively, and it's surprisingly a lot of fun for such a big car. Usually I personally prefer small cars. Small cars are lightweight and they just usually feel a little bit more sporty than bigger cars. But this one, it's a big car, yet it feels sporty and happy to be pushed around. So yeah, I'm rather happy with this purchase, that I bought this car with manual gearbox. It's economical, it's fun, it's practical, you know, all good things. So it's a good car. It's a good car. That's it. I think it's time to end this video.